Hello, hi kitty pies. Welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna be working on these adorable Sakura treats. I am super excited about this one. I've always wanted to draw this one, so let's just get started. If you are curious about brushes that I use, types of layers that I use, and some other details, Hannah, our assistant here, will be showing us throughout the video what are the specific tools and things that I'm using for each stage of the drawing process. For this doodling session, I decided to do 8 different treats inspired in Sakura, in cherry blossoms, and also in Japanese food. So throughout the video you will see Sakura latte, Sakura roll cake, dango, mochi, taiyaki ice cream, mochi donuts, strawberry cake, and bubble tea. And of course I had to add cute little faces. If there is something that makes an object kawaii is adding a cute little face. It totally gives life to a character. It's no longer just a simple object, but it changes into a character. And the cute little face just says kawaii all over. Like, would you be able to eat these cute little things? I don't think so. One tool I really love using in Procreate is the symmetry tool, especially with objects here like the dango, the cup for the matcha latte, and the mochi. It helps a lot for all the object to be symmetrical, which is something that I struggle with a lot. I always wanted them perfect. So I used it this time. I also use it for all the little faces, which made the process so much easier and faster for me. I recommend doing your liner in separate layers. In this case, I used 3 layers. The top layer being all the little faces. The second layer is all the top objects like the ice cream, the strawberry. And the last layer is all the bottom objects like the cake, the taiyaki. That way, I can move objects, I can erase easily, and it's not going to be that messy. I created myself this little Sakura stamp, and it's super useful for just putting Sakura very fast in my drawing. I also have a star and I also have a heart. Let me know if you would like to know how to do it. It's fairly easy to do it, and you can do any object that you are using very frequently. I really like to have my liner multicolored, and I choose the colors based on the color of each of the objects. I didn't record this process, but what I usually do is first I do all the liner in one color and then I start switching the colors. If you want to take a look at this process, do let me know, and I'm more than happy to share with you. For the coloring section, I usually set the liner layer as reference and then I just color drop in separate layers. I usually have more than 3 layers with all the colors. As you can see at the top left corner, I usually use my sketch and color palette as a reference image so that I can just pick the colors from there and make everything easier and faster. Now let's hop into shading. This is one of my favorite parts of the entire process because I feel, even though it's a little tedious, it totally brings everything to life and it just looks so much better. Feel free to explore with your shading technique. What works for me doesn't necessarily will work for you. In this case, as I have so many objects in the entire illustration and I'm using so many colors, I decided to have a clipping mask in soft light mode, and I would use a darker shade such as black or gray, and that would work perfectly with all the colors. I really like to blend all of my shading. I feel it gives a good volume feeling to all the objects. I know some people prefer to just do lines instead of blending and smudging everything, so feel free to use whatever works better for you. At this point, for the flowers that I had done at the beginning, I decided to add a proper liner so that I can color in and add some shading. If you're curious about how to draw Sakura flowers, I'm gonna link in the description the other video that I did on that process. Time to add some of the faces that we're missing. We cannot leave some of these cute, adorable treats without cute, adorable faces, right? After all these adorable food doodles, I feel like I need to go to a cafe or go get some dessert because they're so adorable and they're so tasty. Do you guys like all these Japanese treats? Do let me know in the comments and also let me know what other treats or food related items I should be drawing. I did have a lot of fun doing these ones. I am for sure making some ramen, and I would very much like to start maybe a Japanese food series. That should be very fun. I really love adding these little sparkles on top of everything. I feel like it gives a little bit of texture and it's a cute little detail. There are so many texture brushes out there, so feel free to try and experiment a lot with those. Let's get now into the final part of this drawing process. This stronger shading, let's call it, I feel makes such a huge difference when I add it. This one is all about trusting the process because at the beginning it can look very, very weird. In this case, I'm using a very hot pink in a colorborn mode layer, and then I would lower the opacity so that it's not too strong. Once we're over with this process, you're gonna see why I like it so much, even though now it looks very terrifying. And as we did a darker shading, now we need a lighter one. And for this one, I'm using another layer in overlay mode with a very, very light pink. And our final and favorite step, the little shines that make them just super kawaii. Last little detail is adding some more Sakura with this stamp, and I think it just looks super cute. And here we have our final result. Do let me know if you like it, and don't forget to give me your suggestions on what other foods we should be drawing next. I hope you had enjoyed this entire process, and please don't forget to give it some love. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a nice day and stay kawaii. Bye.